Could your emergency savings actually be making you less secure? It sounds counterintuitive, but if your emergency fund isn't keeping up with inflation, its buying power is shrinking every single day. We're talking about that essential stash of cash you keep aside for the unpredictable, a sudden job loss, a major car repair, or a medical bill. It needs to be safe, it needs to be accessible, and ideally, it should be working a little bit for you. And that brings us to the question many of you have been asking: is bread savings a good home for your emergency fund? When we talk about an emergency fund, we're looking for 3 non-negotiable criteria: safety, liquidity, and a competitive return. Let's break down how bread savings stacks up against these benchmarks. First, safety. Bread Savings is a brand name of Community Capital Bank. This is crucial because they are an FDIC-insured institution. That means your money is federally insured up to the standard maximum of $250,000 per depositor, per ownership category. For the vast majority of people, this covers your entire emergency fund. From a safety standpoint, it gets a solid check mark. It's as safe as any major bank. Second, liquidity, or how fast you can get your hands on the cash. Emergency funds are useless if they're locked away. Bread Savings primarily offers high-yield savings accounts, or HYSAs, and certificates of deposit, or CDs. Now, this is where you need to be smart. A CD locks your money up for a fixed term, say, 6 months or a year, in exchange for a higher rate. If you pull the money out early, you usually face a hefty penalty, which completely defeats the purpose of an emergency fund. For an emergency fund, you must use their high-yield savings account. With the HYSA, you have immediate access to your funds, typically through electronic transfers. Standard transfer times apply, but there are no withdrawal penalties. So, the HYSA meets the liquidity requirement, but be sure you don't accidentally choose a CD. Third, and perhaps what draws people to Bread Savings, is the return. Their high-yield savings account has consistently offered one of the most competitive annual percentage yields, or APYs, on the market. In a low-interest rate environment, a competitive HYSA helps you fight the erosion caused by inflation. When compared to the virtually zero-interest savings accounts at big brick-and-mortar banks, Bread Savings offers a clear advantage by letting your money grow much faster. This growth isn't fast enough to be considered investing, but it is enough to preserve your principal and then some. So, the final verdict? Yes. Bread Savings High-Yield Savings Account is an excellent, safe, and competitive option for your emergency fund. It checks all 3 critical boxes: it's FDIC insured, it's liquid, and it offers a superior APY compared to traditional banks. Just remember the one key caveat: stick to the high-yield savings account product, not the CD. Your emergency fund needs to be accessible the moment disaster strikes, and an HYSA provides that without sacrificing safety or growth potential. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.